are back. I know you're probably tired of seeing me, but don't worry. Yeah, I'm never going anywhere. So just get used to it. I'm just saying. But anyways, I know. It's been a really, really great week. We had a lot of amazing people. I say extraordinary people. You're amazing. But the people that I come with, the people that are surrounded by me are extraordinary. No shade to you because you're probably really, really great. Like I promise you, I'm not shading you. But I'm just saying the people that are on this project and the people that are surrounded by me are extraordinary, and I appreciate every single one of them because they pour into me as I pour into them. And but it's ready to take over the world. But as you know, we are here for the lovely, lovely virtual launch of Employee to Empire. And I have amazing business owners here today. I mean, I keep saying amazing, but they're like more than amazing. They're extraordinary. And, I'm extraordinary, they're extraordinary. And so we're extraordinary power to the second, or we're like extraordinary cubed, or whatever it is you want to be. But we're just extraordinary people, I'm just saying. And if you want to be extraordinary too, come on, join the squad. You are more than welcome to. I'm just saying. But anyways, my name is Chanel Spencer, and I'm the visionary author of this project. And I've known you've seen me about like 6 times this week, but don't worry, you're going to keep seeing me because, again, I'm not going anywhere. But I have amazing one of our amazing business owners that was featured in this book project, and I'm going to bring them on to the stage. Say hello to the beautiful people.
Hello, beautiful people. How are you?
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Noreen and Henry, the founder and owner of Victorious Living Culture, where it is a victorious living movement. And it's a movement because so many are stuck, broken, and living in mediocrity when we don't have to. We have so much in this life. I am a 8-time international bestselling author, published 21 books, a coach, speaker, trainer, and I could keep going, but that's it.
Listen, we can keep going over here. Our accolades and our accomplishments and our things just don't stop. And she said 21. Okay, listen, I feel like we got like a mini like versus competition. I think we should do a versus. Like, you bring out a book, I bring out a book.
Right, that's right. We got lots to publish. Thank you for having me on this project.
Absolutely. I'm super excited for you to be here. You already know, like, we collaborate on so many different things for like the past, 25 years. I'm just saying, like, but we're just not going to stop. We have so many things coming, so many things more to do. And we just finished Maximum Evolution. So I'm super excited about that. So thank you for your contribution to that project as well.
Welcome.
And listen, we're just here to take over. We're here to take over. Because who run the world? Girls, well, women, because we're not girls, but you know what I'm saying. You already know. But let me bring out the next amazing business owner. Say hello to the beautiful people.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Kristle Baylor-Johnson. I am the founder and owner of Dews Blossom Garden, the artist of custom wreaths, within the art of the circle of life, which is something where you can overcome the pain, the hurt, and the toughest obstacles. Every wreath tells a story behind the name that is given. I am also the author of a becoming book called The Beauty Within Pain. Thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely. I absolutely her wreaths are beautiful. You see, listen, I don't know if it's a woman thing, but we're just so modest about the things that we do. Like, she is like such a creative, and she is so like she's an artist. And she literally creates like personalized individual pieces of art with wreaths. And I'm super excited for you to be here. I'm super excited that we met. And you already know. We're not going to tell too much, but I'm excited for you and what this year is going to look like. I say that this is the year of execution. So every dream, everything you aspire, every vision that you have is the year to make it happen. It is the winning season. It is the winning year. And it's only going to get better from here. So I appreciate you for being a part of this project. No, all right. Let's bring our next lovely business owner. Say hello to the beautiful people. It's you excited to go.
Hello, beautiful people. Thanks so much for having me, Chanel. I am Helynn Boughner, better known as Homes by Helynn, and I am an international real estate consultant, relocation specialist, and corporate trainer. I am also a 2-time best-selling author. My first book is Your Voice Matters, and I'm also here for Employee to Empire, which I know will soon be a bestseller as well. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So let's bring everybody on. Say hi. I just love these type of shows. I love having multiple people because the different personalities and the different answers and the conversation just is like so amazing. So I'm super excited for what this is about to turn into. So I'm just gonna go around the room. So I'm just gonna let you know because I be tricking people sometimes. First, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go from Helynn to Noreen to Kristle. Then
Oh
Kristle,
my goodness.
I might switch it up. Like, all right, you went first. Kristle. All right, Noreen, you go ahead with so many questions. Come on, raise your hand. Who wants to give the answer first? Right. So what I ask you to do is be on mute if you aren't speaking, and then when it is your turn to turn your mic back on. So I'm going to give the first question to you. Well, it's a question for everybody, but Helynn can go first. What made you decide that you wanted to become a business owner?
Jobs that I hated. That's what made me decide. Basically, that was it. When I lost 2 jobs, I said, you know what? This is really not what I was meant to do. And this was probably God showing me that he has a bigger plan for me. So I decided to take that leap of faith and become a business owner. I wanted to be in control of my own destiny.
Yes, absolutely. Listen, the freedom that you have. Listen, if you decide like I just want to take a nap today, I don't want to do anything. That is your prerogative. Who's
Exactly.
going to check you, boo?
Nobody.
Noreen, go ahead. Why did you decide to start your own business?
Okay, why did I decide? Well, this was based on the Lord and his direction, right? Because going through different things in life and strategizing my way through, eventually the Lord showed me to create Victorious Living Culture so that now my experiences and my knowledge will help other people so that they can overcome too.
Absolutely. Yes. Listen, when you get the download, you got to listen. You got to be in heavy action because you get the blessing of the thoughts and the vision and the ideas. And then if you don't action, then they give it to somebody else. So listen, when you have them thoughts, write. Maybe you're not ready to do it right now, but just write them down and plan to do them in the future. You know, you write it down, then you action it. Then you write it down, then you action it. Think it, write it down, action. That's it, and let go of fear. Because I know sometimes we're going to have a whole conversation about that. But sometimes the fear comes in, right? You're like, maybe I don't want to do that. Listen, I got to have conversations with myself all the time. Like, I'm going to post this. And I'm like, oh, no. Like, maybe I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm going to release this.
The hesitation.
Maybe I'm not, right? You know what I mean? So you just got to push it. You got to push forward. And when you get the download, just be in action. Go ahead, Kristle. Tell us why you started your business.
Starting Dews Blossom Garden came about after losing my mother in the September of 2020. So Dews Blossom Garden is actually named after her. Her name was Ducella. The toughest storm that I have ever experienced, or my family per se. It was unexpected. So to get through the pain or to understand what had happened, I found myself making wreaths, not to sell, but for therapy, for healing, understanding, and to get through, to make me stronger so that I could remain stronger for my son. And as time went on, people saw the wreaths and it was requested. So once I explained to them the meaning behind the wreaths, these wreaths comes with a name. I name each wreath, whereas now it's become a piece of art created from the life of my mother. And behind that art is a story. And with that story is to encourage everyone, to inspire everyone, and to encourage them that they can get through any pain, whether it's a loss or whether they just fell short of depression or losing a job, or, in the middle of this pandemic, everybody needs something. So May 9th, 2021 is when I launched it and I named it and it became alive. And from that point on, I realized I have strength. 2021 was my year of strength, my year of creativity, my year to gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to push through this pain. My mother was blessed and she had plans for our future, not knowing what the plans were, but it was for us to succeed through life and not to fall back. And that's what I did.
Yes.
And that led to much more.
Yes, listen. Sometimes we go through things and it helps us to birth things, right? Like if you don't experience certain things, then maybe you won't make that decision or make that move or take that leap or take that risk, right? And it's unfortunate that the situation with your mom happened, right? But look what you blossomed into, right? Look what you blossomed, right? And so like listen, you just gave a whole brand story, child. I bet you everybody on this like, I want 2 reefs. And so that's so important when you have your business, when you have your brand and you connect it to a story, and then you can connect it with other people, and you can connect with people on a deeper level. There's no way that they're not going to want to buy everything. Okay. So I appreciate you for sharing. I appreciate your transparency. I appreciate your strength. I appreciate you for being here. And so listen, we're going to take over the world on behalf of your mom.
Thank you. Thank you.
So my next question is, what was one of the biggest obstacles that you feel you faced in being a business owner? And I'm going to give it to Noreen. You better unmute and stop acting like you don't do this on a regular basis.
Remember, I've been out of it. I'm just coming back.
I understand. Listen, when I first started recording these episodes, I was like, oh, I'm rusty. I had to do like 4 takes just to get started with the countdown. Like, what is happening? Like, I understand the hiatus, but you back now. You here. So let's go.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
I don't even remember what the question was. I'm kidding. I said, what was one obstacle that you faced in running your business?
Oh my gosh, one obstacle? Okay.
You give 2 if you feel
well, I can say one obstacle was I've worked on a job all my life. So one of the things I had to do is work on changing my mindset from job, the 9 to 5, to the entrepreneur mindset, because it's 2 different things, right? Totally 2 different things. So I can say that's an obstacle. That was an obstacle. I would say that's the biggest obstacle, because I've been working, like I'm going to retire in a few years. I've been working quite a long time. So yeah, I would say that's the biggest obstacle.
Listen, we had like a 25-minute conversation last night about mindset. So it's so funny that was what you said was an obstacle. And it's so true. Like, honestly, that's one of the biggest. Mindset is the super key to any level of success. And you have to work on yourself. Like, you can so people feel that I got to the top. I felt like I got to the middle, but some people feel like I got to the top, but I was miserable on the inside. And so when I made a decision that I wanted to start my own business, my first and main focus was myself. What do I need to heal? What do I need to move forward? What do I need to remove? Like, that was the main focus, because I did not want to recreate. I love myself. I love who I've been for the past 30 something years, but she had to go. And I said this yesterday. She had to go to the left, pack your bags in a minute. Yes, you had to go. Right. Like, and I needed to transform into the person that I am today so that I could run the business that I want to run, so that I can attain the goals that I want to attain, and also live the life that I want to live. And so the first step is really, really, really looking within yourself and figuring out, okay, what changes do I need to make so that I can be successful and sustain success? Because like I said, I got to where I wanted to be, but I was miserable. And that's because I had so much self-work to do, from a value perspective, from a self-love perspective, from a work perspective, like all of those pieces, Chad. Lord, like, you just triggered me. Go ahead, Helynn. Tell the people why. Tell the people why. What was the obstacle in running a business?
To narrow it down to one thing, I would say thinking that I could do it alone. And not having that support network around me when I first started. I don't recommend that for anyone. It was a painful process. And I think the sooner you can find your tribe, the much better off that you are. Those mentors, those coaches, and your tribe. And I think that was the biggest challenge.
I completely agree. Because when you are on this business owner journey, entrepreneur journey, you sometimes, a lot of times, feel like alone, like nobody understands what you're experiencing and what you're going through, because like you're literally on an island by yourself. And so, like, I literally asked last year, was it the years are blending at this point? So I'm gonna say 2020. Like it was
Or
yesterday.
3.
Right. Like I literally posted on Facebook, like, I just want to be surrounded by like-minded individuals. Like that's what I really want, because it's difficult when you aren't, because then you don't know you don't have anybody to like bounce ideas off of, or you have conversations, people are like, what are you even talking about? Right. And so, like you said, like the network that you have and the connections that you build, as well as like the mentors and the coaches and all those pieces are super important for your level of success, because like you said, you cannot do it alone. And even like building a team to help you get the things done, like there's so many, you just need people. But again, the right people.
The right people.
There you go ahead, Noreen.
I just wanted to add to that, because
Yes.
many years ago, when I started to learn about owning your own business, I started with multi-level marketing ventures. And so I would do good for a bit, I would do well, and then eventually I would lose it. And so it was many years later now, knowing that I needed coaches. I needed coaches to help me to get to the next level. I didn't know that back then. And like what you're saying, because when you're in a circle and everybody's doing the same thing, when you're doing something different, then nobody understands. So you need to have that the right circle for this.
And you have no one to push you.
Everybody thought I was crazy. They was like, what are you talking, like, you know how long you worked to get there? Like, what do you mean? Let me tell you something. Child, I'll be the first to be like, it's been real. Like, especially now. Oh my gosh, especially now that my value is out of this world, my expectations is not I posted the other day that it's not my expectations of people that have changed, it's my expectations of what I've allowed and accepted that has changed, right? And so now what you thought was cute yesterday, I wish you would try it today. I wish you would. I wish you would. Right? Like, if it does not align to the direction that I'm going, if it's not aligned to the purpose, if the person is not aligned to me, right? And that's where you got to be very careful about who you have that is around you, because sometimes they smile in your face and they be ready to like, right? And so you have to be in constant evaluation of yourself, but also the people that you have around you as well. Because listen, like I said, I said yesterday, I have a ship that I'm on, that I've built, and I'm willing to bring people on with me. But when you get one opportunity, and if I really like you, get 3. If I really think you're great, you get 3. But just know, once those opportunities are gone and I throw you off the side of the boat, there's no life raft, there's no savers, there's none of that. There's no coming back. I'm just saying. But anyway, go ahead, Kristle. Tell the people why. What you feel was an obstacle that you faced in business.
I would say facing the public while going through pain. Who wants to talk to people? Who wants to deal with people? You got so much bottled up in you, but at the same time, you've been called to start your business and to be the leader of your business. You got to set examples now. You have to present yourself in a different way. You have to, put the personal issues aside and become more professional. You have to step into this professional role. And I had to learn that not only to trust those that stepped into my atmosphere, but I had to realize this is who I'm becoming. This is who I am now. I'm a business owner. So the fear in me, I had to put behind the smile and become this brand new person that I am, or it was created to be a long time ago. It's in reality now, Kristle. Let's put these things aside. Let's do this. And realizing, yeah, my mom is not here with me, but she's walking with me. And not just that, but sometimes a stranger gonna come along and you have to realize that that's the stranger that might be the one to help you along the way. And it's crazy because I had to open up. And when I did, not just 1, but 2, and we're still friends today. I met them last year, 2021, 2 different shows in the store, actually, just out the blue. And then I looked at them, they looked at me, and I was like, is this real? I'm supposed to open up to these people and I don't know them. But they helped me. They helped me in the most craziest way, in addition to some of my family members. but who wants to talk to strangers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I will say it's just faith. It's stepping out on faith, and it's not to be afraid to just walk in joy when you already got fear behind you.
Yeah.
So I had to realize my fear is what made me stronger to become wiser and meet these people along the way. Like Helynn said, you're going to need coaches. You're going to need mentors. Like Noreen said, don't be afraid. You mindset. You got to get yourself ready. So with all the pain that I've been through, I had to just realize, step out on faith and meet these people, talk to these people. You want them to put their product on your door. You want them to put the product on their wall. You got to talk to them. You got to trust them. Be open. So don't be afraid. Just
I agree. Listen, I don't want to talk to anybody either. Okay, listen, this in 2021, listen, December 2020, I was just like, I'm done. I don't want to book an interview. I don't want to book. I don't want to book a session. I just need time for myself. So I know what you mean in like literally having having internal turmoil, right? And going through it and still having to show up like, hey, like I don't feel like it today. Like, what? Leave me alone. But then and that opportunity, that's where you can potentially lose opportunity, right? That's where you kind of lose connections because you're closed off or because you're like, I'm going through it. Please don't talk to me today, right? And so it's making the decision. It's making the decision to be like, you know what? I don't feel my best, but I'm still going to show up as my best, and I'm going to push past fear. And that leads to my next question. What do you feel that you've struggled with the most? Fear of failure, fear of success, or both?
Both. Never being a business owner. Don't know what these numbers mean. Don't know where to get the product from. Don't know how to budget. It was, for me, it was, I'm afraid I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. Lord Jesus, I'm going to fail. And then to succeed, it's how do I trust someone to help me to succeed? Like, what if they take from me? Or, it's what if they lie to me just to rob me of everything that I have gained? So to overcome all of that, I learned how to budget. I knew who to go to for advice. I trusted the two strangers that stepped into my life. And not just that, but also the newer people that came into my life, you and everyone else around. I had to learn how to open up. So now I know how to succeed. I have to write everything down, make it plain on paper, keep the faith, say my prayers, keep it moving, and block out all the negativity. What happened in the past cannot help me in the future, but it can make me stronger for the future.
You better go ahead with that bar. What happened in the past cannot help me in my future. Okay, listen, it can't come. You can stay back there. Like,
it can't come with me.
All the way back there. Thank you. Thank you for the lesson you taught me. Thank you for the obstacle you made me overcome. Thank you for pushing me to where I needed to be. Thank you for aligning me and all the other good stuff. But you cannot come. You cannot stay in my present, and you for sure can't come to my future, child.
That's
just
right.
saying.
And Chanel, that also speaks for people. Can't everybody go? Can't everybody come? Yeah, you're going to have some supporters. And then I had to learn those who might not support me, I'm going to be blessed with some people that will support me in the future. It's a new thing. And it's birthing.
Listen.
So yeah, what was in the past can't help me. It can't come. But I can succeed and I can grow stronger from it.
Listen, you on this platform, so there's no other option for you to succeed and for you to be amazing and to be extraordinary and to be phenomenal. There's no other option. And you are absolutely right. And people, not everybody can go with you. And like you said, moving people with it. And listen, like I just said, the ship, you're gonna get kicked off.
That's right.
There's not even a piece of wood for Jack to get on. There's nothing there. Like that's it. What would you say your Helynn, what would you say is your biggest challenge? Fear of failure or fear of success, or both?
Kristle's dropping all kinds of nuggets. but I would say fear of failure.
Mhm.
I had to get to the point that to give myself permission to fail forward fast, right? Because
Mhm.
the more times you do fail, the success doesn't come without the failure. And I had to get to that own understanding because I was trying to do everything right. I had the fear of not knowing what I didn't know, not having the right people around me. But it was really the fear of failure. And once I clicked that mindset and make that shift, it was a weight that was lifted off. That I just, if it doesn't work, I have to try a different way. I have to meet a different person. So it was just a shift in the mindset, and I think that getting to that
You are
point
absolutely
was
right.
a challenge.
Listen, I struggled with fear. I can't even say it properly. That's how you know. Fear of failure. Fear of failure. Oh my gosh! Like,
Yeah.
like failure is not an option for me. And I've been saying this all week. My name is Chanel, and I'm a recovering perfectionist. And so I didn't understand. Like in school, it was like I got 95 and above. What do you mean I got 89? I don't even know what that means. Like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that's just how I function my entire life. And now in running my own business, that's what kind of held me back. Was the fear of failure, right? It was just like, I don't know what that feels like. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't understand. I always win. What do you mean? Like what? Like what? Right? And so that's where the fear came from. And like we said, we have to kind of push past those thoughts and those feelings and just do it anyway. I saw somebody post on social media the other day, like, you just have to get the F it button. I'm about to get one made. Like, just F it, just do it. Like, whatever. Like, just do it. Let go of the thoughts, let go of all of the fear, whatever it is, just let it go and just do it. So that's what I do now. I just be typing like, that was me. Thank you. That was me. See, doing too much. Anyways, go ahead, Noreen. Tell me what did you struggle with? Fear of failure, fear of success, or both?
Well, for Victorious Living Culture, I didn't struggle with failure because this is coming from the Lord, so it's not gonna fail. So I would say it's more of the success would be the fear.
Yes.
That's another block to hold you back. So that's something I had to work on.
Yes. I'm glad you said that, because fear of success, most people don't understand the fear of success, right? And what it is, well, for me, what it was, and maybe for you too, it's the fear of it's the fear of it actually being right, right? Like when you've been through a lot and you may have trauma or just things just going wrong, or you start feeling that you don't deserve it, you start feeling like you're not worthy of it, you start feeling like this can't be real, and that's when self-sabotage comes in. I'm snitching on myself. Right? And like all of these different things come in, and because of the fear of success, like, I don't know. Like, I know I want it, but do I really feel like I deserve it? And honestly, like, your conscious, like, yeah. But it's your subconscious
That's
that's
right.
like, no, girl, you don't. Why are you doing that? Like, why?
Right.
Why? No, don't do that.
Right. That can't
What do
work.
you mean? What do you mean you want to
work.
start a business? Absolutely not. You better go sit down in that cubicle. Stop playing with me.
Exactly.
Right? Like, what do you mean you can go speak to who? Nobody wants to listen to you. What do you mean? Right? And so it's like, it's literally having conversations with yourself. And I said this the other day too. Beyonce still has fear, so that's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine with having fear, because Beyonce has fear, and I'm sure all these amazing, phenomenal people that are multimillionaires, billionaires, had so much success, still struggle with fear as well. So I don't want you to say I don't have fear and fear doesn't exist, because no, it really does. Right? You know what I'm saying? Fear is what's the acronym? Tell me the acronym. Somebody knows the acronym.
False evidence appearing real.
Exactly. So it's not real. It's really a mind thing, right? But you have to push through and navigate. I'm saying don't negate them. No, don't negate the feelings. Figure out why you feel that way. Get to the root of why you feel that way. And then you get the tools and the resources to combat it, right? Like me, if I'm scared, I'm like, all right, where's my effort button? It's not real yet, but it's on my hands. Right? Or I go meditate, or I go pray, or I just take time to sit with myself and figure out what is happening and shifting my self-talk, right? Affirmations, all those things. There's so many tools for you to really help you to win. And listen, that's why we're here, and that's why we're having this conversation. So you see that we struggle. I know you see with my little background and on social media, and I be fire and all that, but trust and believe me, I be stressed behind the scenes sometimes, child. Like, whew. So listen, we just here, we're showing up, and just make the decision to show up for yourself, but also for your legacy and the wealth that you want to build
Yeah,
too. So
yeah.
just saying, I'm just
No,
saying, let's get it back.
there's
Gotta
an
get you back.
actor.
Yeah, what you gonna say?
There's an actor. I forgot which one. I was reading recently that
Mm-hmm.
he's been acting for years, phenomenal. Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He threw up every time he had to go act.
Wow. You see?
You would like if I didn't read that, I would
Mhm.
never think that he was doing that.
Right, right. And that's what I'm saying. Like people don't understand the struggles that people
Right.
go through behind the scenes. They just see the end result. They just see, you
Right.
know what I mean? They just see the pretty picture. They just see the pretty video. They see the end, they see the book, they see, but you have no clue. Like I'm talking to you now. You have no clue what we have all gone through to
Mhm.
be here today, to get to where we are in life. And that's why it's kind of undermining and it's kind of frustrating when people come and they come with their limiting beliefs, or they minimize what you've done or your
Right.
accomplishments, or even what you're going through. Like a lot of times when you're dealing with emotional and mental and spiritual and physical pain
Mhm.
and stress, like most people don't understand that. And it's like, girl, you understand how it's taking everything in my soul not to jump over this table and come through and come for your neck. But it's because I got things going on with me internally. Okay, I am aware of where I am. Okay, so now like when I'm in that space, I'm like, look, just give me 72 hours and I'm gonna come back. Like I'm working on some things internally and give me a second, right? And so as a business owner, they don't understand what it takes on a day-to-day basis for us to do the things that we do to run an operation. If you have team members, if you have contractors, if you have clients, whatever it is, it's a lot of work. Like you know what I mean? And it's a lot of dedication, it's a lot of decision and choice to decide to show up. Like just that alone, when you wake up in the morning, you like, what is my to-do list? Not today, Lord. Not today, Satan. Not right. And so it's just making that decision as a leader. And so, what would you recommend to someone that wants to get into business? What is one piece of advice that you would give? Go ahead, Helynn.
Oh, I had to be first for this one. You know what? Okay, so one piece of advice I would say is to give yourself permission to dream big. Right? I think we talk about the limits and beliefs. In your own limits and beliefs, you have to quiet that noise. You also have to quiet the noise of the people around you, because sometimes they will say, why don't you just go out, go back to the cubicle, get a real job, do something else? Who do you think you are trying to be a business owner? So I think give yourself permission.
I would listen. Give yourself permission. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like we said earlier, everything is a choice. Everything is a decision, right? You have a chance and you have a choice. And so as a business owner, as a person that's aspiring to be a business owner, just make the choice and just do one thing, like just one, buy the domain, get the social media name, like one thing, one minimal thing. I'm not saying like start and you got to get $150,000. I mean, some do that. Like shout out to those who did that. Like tell us how you did it, right? But like
give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, because no matter how long it takes, just give yourself grace to
keep
get to where you
going. Just
want to be.
keep
Just keep going.
going. I was talking to somebody yesterday who has an amazing brand, an amazing, phenomenal brand. He's actually from the Bronx, New York. Shout out to the Bronx. Uh, right? Shout out to New York. And no shade to you, Kristle. We love where you from too. Right? But it's so amazing to see like what he's built from an empire standpoint. Like he has like a phenomenal brand. He's going to be in Fashion Week. He like has his own studio, and like it's because he made the choice, right, to show up. He didn't allow his environment, he didn't allow the people, he didn't allow all these things that could have held him back to being who he is today and who he's continuing to grow to. Because I said he gonna have Rihanna with his stuff on. Like I'm just saying, right? Rihanna's gonna have his stuff on. Kanye, he's gonna get the collabs that he wants. Like he is a visionary in real life, right? And so like it just takes that one decision to just be in heavy action and push past, like Kristle said, push past all of the things that come in your mind or come to push you down or come to throw you off, right? It's just having faith and understanding your capacity and your dream and vision is worth, and you are worth. Because when you make the decision for to do what you want to do, is that you're choosing yourself, and that's where the challenge comes from. A lot of times we put everything and everyone before ourselves. Snitching on myself again. Used to, let me change my words. Used to do that, right? And so why am I freezing? Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, and we back. Right? And so it's you choosing you. Go ahead, Noreen. What was one piece of advice that you would give?
One piece of advice that I would give, just one? Okay, all right.
I mean, if you want to give 2 or 3, listen.
One piece of advice I would give is patience. Have patience as you build. Because when I started this journey, the Victorious Living Culture journey, I was expecting it to take off. I was expecting things to go quickly, but it doesn't work that way. You have to put systems in place. You have to set the foundation. And all these things have to happen before you take off like that. So be patient. You might not see it happening as fast as you want it to be, but be patient, because it will happen as you keep going. As Chanel says, and everyone is saying, do something every day and just keep moving forward. And you will see, because we all start the same, right? We all started with nothing. And when I look back from when I first started this journey to where I am now, like if I was to stop because it wasn't where I wanted it to be, what would happen, right? So no, we just keep going, but have that patience, because there are people out there saying that it happens overnight. And so that was one of the things, right? With courses that I've taught, but it does not happen overnight like that, unless you're like born into it or have some of these connections where it will happen overnight. But no, take the time and have that patience as you build, because you want to build it right anyway. You want to have that right foundation so that it keeps going forward. It's solid. Right.
Listen, you said 3 things. You said, this is what I translated. You said delayed gratification, because patience is delayed gratification. Like, listen, in the world that we are in today, everything is convenience and everything is speed. I could order something on Amazon, it'll be here in 5 hours if I wanted it to be, right? Like everything is speed. Netflix, you don't have to watch commercials anymore. Fast forward, goodbye. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything is convenience and speed. And so that's what makes it hard for people, that when you don't have the instant gratification, it's like, what? Then forget it, right? But like you said, taking the time and being patient, right? Like, wow, you said a lot of good things. You said a lot of good things. God. You said a lot of good things. Kristle, go ahead. What would you say is what advice would you give somebody that wants to become a business owner?
Don't be afraid to accept advice. It's placed in your circle. It's placed in your life for a reason. You ask God for this business. God has to send people into your life to give you advice and to help you go on. For me, example, I never ran a business before, so I had to learn how to accept advice. It's okay to say no to some things, and it's also okay to pump your brakes and come back and say, yes, I thought about it. Let's do it. I like it. Let's roll with it. Advice, you're going to need it. It comes with the program. It comes with the plan. It's going to fall out the sky, whether you like it or not. But don't be afraid to accept it and run with it. It came for a reason. And another thing, know your customers, know your people, and know their style. Not everybody gonna like the same thing, but make sure you have something available for everybody. It can't just be for one generation. It got to be for everybody, all cultures, all people. They're going to love you. They're going to love your style. They're going to love what you make. So I would say advice and know your people.
Listen, like you said, she said 2 things. Pick who you get the advice from, because sometimes they be like, what are you talking about? Right? And also know your people. And also, yes, I agree with the everybody thing based off of what you do, right? But at the same time, know your people too, because sometimes you get people and you're like, yeah, I definitely don't want to work with you. Absolutely not, right? So it's literally, it's knowing your people, knowing what you want to give and what you want to offer to people, but also from a self value perspective. And like I said the other day, no longer taking scraps from underneath the table. Choose who you want to work with. That is the beauty of having your own business and running your own operation. You have the decision of the environment. You have the decision of the people that you work with. You have the decision on the people that you have on your team. And it is so much fun, okay, on this side. And if you want to join, come on. We want you to be business owners. We want to build generational wealth and legacy all day. Like, that is the whole point of Maximum Evolution. But I'm just saying, you have to want it for yourself more than I want it for you. Okay. Yes. So what would you say is one, this is what is one destination that you want to go to? Anybody?
Antigua.
Mm-hmm.
Ghana.
Bora Bora, Dubai. Like, I can think of a couple.
Listen, okay, we travelers over here. Absolutely.
Only one.
Listen, you're gonna give me a list. Like, listen, and that's one thing. What do you say in regards to being a business owner? What is one of your favorite things about being a business owner? I would say it's the time and the freedom that you have.
Being an artist, I didn't know I had that in me. And to sit here and make wreaths, all different kinds, different colors, different flowers. And I'm a touch and feel type of person. So when I go out to these stores and I would spend hours, it's the time that I put into my creativity. Like, it means something. So if I'm going to put this much time in it, I want the people to just sit back and enjoy it and look and be like, wow, she did this. I can't believe I did it. What you mean that she do this? I can't believe I did it. But just the joy of just being this artist and creating the smallest thing and making it to something so big and then writing behind it. Yeah, that's joy right there for me. Right. That's grace.
Yeah. Go ahead, Noreen. What's yours?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Child, remember it.
Well, I can answer it like this.
It's been a long day.
It's fulfilling for me to when I help people and they get it and their lives are changed, even from just one call, and they get it. It's so fulfilling. It makes me feel good to know that, because I call myself, well, we're all ambassadors here on earth, because I believe everybody has a purpose, but we are here to do our purpose, fulfill our purpose, and I'm fulfilling my purpose. And it is so fulfilling to see the lives transformed from them coaching with me and my books and everything. It is so fulfilling. When I'm on my job and somebody comes up to me and asks me for advice or tell me, something's going on, and we talk, and they write me back and say, okay, I listened to what you said. I did what you said and it worked. It is so fulfilling. Nothing against the job, but
everything against the job. Like, please. We're going to talk about, that's going to be the next question. And that, when you answered it, it made me click, like, right, hello. But we're going to talk about the job in a minute. Go ahead, Helynn. What is your favorite thing about being a business owner?
Who I get to become in the process along the journey, right? So the opportunity to create that life by design and to grow as a person. The person, on that journey to becoming a business owner, you're always evolving. And I think that's the most exciting. No 2 days are alike. And you get to become this transformational person, like, through the whole process. It's exciting.
I love that. You just mentioned the job. No shade to the job. No, all the shade to the job. Okay. All right. Let me stop. Okay. So I'm very appreciative and I am in full gratitude. I'm not going to drop any corporations' names because you don't get that much. And no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Right. But because of the corporate world, that is why I was able to become who I am today, right? So I had to do, if you're in a corporate job still, it's just a mind shift. It's a mindset shift that they are just your investors into your dreams, right? And they all have their things, right, that we all despise and think that is like, do they even care about us kind of vibe, right? But it's just a mindset shift. And so I'm grateful and I'm in gratitude for all that I've learned, because literally everything that I have learned in my career has helped me in running my business today. Like literally me being a GM for like 2 years and AGM and all that literally helped me to understand how to run my business full circle, and literally is how I can do business management and consulting, no exaggeration, right? So I'm in gratitude for my journey and for the corporate world. But what was the situation that made you be like, this isn't it for me? Who wants to go first? Go ahead, Noreen, because you're smirking. I feel like I think you're ready to answer the question.
It's a long story. No, seriously, it's a long story because it goes back to when I was younger, when I was a teenager. We got to choose the career choices. We got to choose the classes according to the career choices that we wanted to make. And I actually wanted to work in childcare, but my father wouldn't let me. I had to do secretarial. He wanted me. So when I chose my courses, when he found out, I had to change it to all secretarial stuff. So that's why I said it's a long story, because it goes back to not doing what I wanted to do. So I did something based on somebody else. And so all the years working, I was never fulfilled in the job. I've done so many things. I've taken so many classes, and it's all because I was not fulfilled. So it's so important to do what it is that you want to do. And so now I'm in a different purpose. I'm in a different stage in my life where the purpose I have now is fulfilling. And so I'm ready to jump ship, but I have to follow the Lord's leading, and I know that I'm there for a reason, and I'm actually favored anyway while I'm there, right? I'm favored anyway, but I'm ready to. I am ready, but no.
Go ahead, Helynn. What about you?
Well, for me, I agree with Noreen, because I went many years being unfulfilled with my job, but sticking it through, because I'm like, you know what? It's a job, it's a paycheck, it's it's not a bad job. I'm making good money. But I actually had one particular job, and I used to commute to work with one of my good friends. And I turned to her and I said, you know what? I was so miserable because it was a corporate merger. And I said, I would give anything to not have to go into this job. I really would. And I was saying on our way to work, because I was so upset and miserable. And I was doing 3 jobs with one paycheck with the same title. They just dumped it on me. Exactly. And I wasn't being valued. And it was a mess. It was a mess. But that day, we got in that morning, we turned on our computer, we turned email, and it said, at the end of the day, 11% of the workforce will be let go, and we'll let you know. And I was one of the 11%. So I was like, look at God, that was God. And he was like, you're not meant to be here. So he removed me from that situation.
Listen. Oh, you just said a word. Like there's so many instances where we speak what we want, right? Like, and we have to be very mindful of what we say. But sometimes you got to please, just give me a different opportunity. Show me the way. Show me what I'm supposed to be doing. Remove what needs to be removed. And it might not happen in that moment, but it will come. It will come. And so we were talking about having faith. We were talking about being patient. We were talking about all these different things, and understanding we know what we want, but we have to have faith that everything is going to work out in our favor every single time. And speak that too. I always say, I always get what I want, and I always have what I need. I always get what I want, and I always have what I need all the time. Even if I'm like, dang, well, how am I gonna get what I want, right? But I always say it, and also letting go of the how as well. Just be very clear. We're gonna get into that to you in a second, but let go of the how and just be very clear on what you want, and things will fall right into place for you. Even if it doesn't look like that in that current moment, in your current situation, in your current circumstance, it will 100% for sure. Go ahead, Kristle. I remember the question, so if you need me to repeat it, let me know.
Well, unfortunately, I am still employed with my job, and
Fortunately, it's just investing for your business. Go ahead.
but like you said, it's an investment. It is an investment. It's a career that's pouring into me to build my business, build my empire. You know, I'm first time business owner. Like I said, don't know much about it. Still learning from people, learning from you guys, and I'm growing. So what comes out of that goes into this, and it's like sowing a seed that is growing and becoming. This is my year of restoration. So
you better go ahead.
I don't know where it's going, but I know it's a new thing and it is blowing up.
Yes,
all I can say.
You better listen. That's called a parallelpreneur. Okay, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I was just a little off my rocker, and I was just like, I had no plan, child. I was just like, look, I'm tired of y'all. Like, y'all, listen. Now I feel like I got to choose me or the job, and I was just like, listen. For once in my life, I'm going to choose me, and I literally went from 6 figures to no figures, child. But it was worth it. It was, let me tell you something. When I walked out of that building, the weight that came off my shoulder, like I wanted to cry. Like I was so burnt out that it was 2 months later and I was still exhausted. Like still, like, you know what I mean? And so listen, kudos to you, because doing both is a lot. Because now you have to wear 2 hats, right? But don't ever feel like people right.
You know, do you work? Is this your only job? And when I tell them, they were like, well, how do you make? I was like, let me tell you, there ain't nothing but strength. The joy of the Lord is my strength. That is the strength. I stay up till 2-3. This is my dedication. This was my gift. It was given to me. I'm going to take care of it. If I got to stay up till 2-3 in the morning, which I have done to complete my project, get these reefs done so that they can go to each and every one of you, I'm going to do just that.
Yes,
it's my calling. I asked God, you got to give me the tools, the strength to do this, since you gave me the vision. And if this vision was for me to come out of the pain of losing my mother, let's have at it. Let's do it. And he did just that. So, hey, it's just strength. It's all strength.
Yeah, listen, you are... That's why you are going to win, because you are dedicated. You let go of the how, you're focused on the now, and you're focused on what it is that you want. So you're making the sacrifice. And when I say you're making the sacrifice, because you're still working your job, that's to invest in your business and to fund your business so that you can make the reach, so you can show up for your customers, so you can show up to those events, so you can sell whatever you need to sell. And you're dedicated in regards to your time, right? Like you're dedicated and you're making sure that you are executing. And that's what I call now action. That's what I call getting it done. That's what listen, like that. She's going to win. Okay. Like she's going to win. Like there's no question, because that's what it takes. Literally, when you don't have the strength, when you don't have anything, let me say this before I say that. Make sure you throw self-care in there, right? Because we like, as we go, we will be at this laptop. We will be we'll be doing all of the things for 72 hours and then forget about ourselves. So make sure you're doing a self-care thing, right? Make sure you're taking time for yourself, but make sure that you're also dedicated to your dream and to executing whatever it is that you want to do. Whether you want to be a hairstylist, whether you want to make reefs, whether you want to be an international real estate person, whether you want to help people to change lives, whatever it is that you want to do, be dedicated to yourself and be dedicated to your dreams. And with that being said, we're going to take a little commercial break, because I didn't make the trailer, because listen, we outsource here, okay? Like, so I had this amazing trailer made for you. So this is why we're here. Please go ahead and hit you with the trailer for a quick second. Enjoy this, and we'll be right back. Don't go away. are back. Yes, 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 yes. So we're gonna get started with. I want to know what is next for you, and I'm gonna give you the stage. So go ahead, Helen. Tell the people what's next for you.
So many exciting things are next, but I have a few other book projects in the works, some of which I can't mention now because they're still in the early stages. And also I am just so excited about the way that God is going to order my steps this year and to see the new blessings he has in store for me. So I am open to receiving those blessings.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And tell people how they can connect with you.
Okay, well, they can reach me on my website, which is Helynn, spelled HELYNN, Boughner, BOUGHNER.com, or on my Instagram at Homes by Helynn.
I love it. 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 And up next, we got the lovely Kristle. You ready? No? All right, we're going to go to Noreen. I can tell. We're going to go to Noreen. Go ahead. Tell me what's next.
All right. Okay. What's next for me? Many exciting things, but next is a Victorious Living workshop that is going to be on Saturday, February 5th at 12 p.m. You can find me on Eventbrite. Just put Noreen and Henry, and the event will come up. Just register. We have the special going on right now. Register because we have so much to gain to live victoriously. And I have another co-author collaboration project coming up.
You better promote. Go ahead.
Stuck is Not Your Story is a series that I was led to do. And so the next one will be Stuck Is Not Your Story, I Overcame. So if you have a story that you want to share to share how you overcame, share your testimony so that you can help other people, contact me, victoriouslivingculture@gmail.com, and let me know that you're interested. But Victorious Living Culture continues to evolve.
Yes. Look, you got two perfect co-authors right here. I'm just saying. Listen. Kristle, you ready? All right. Go ahead. Tell people what's next for you.
What's next for me is I have a book project coming up called The Beauty Within Pain. It's a lot of stuff in there. I can't tell you much. You just got to wait until it launches. And then other than that, I'm taking Dew's Blossom Garden to the next level. Not going to speak on that either, but it's going to be big. And I hope to see everybody there this time. But I'm excited about the plans that God has for me. This is a new year. New things are happening. All things are new.
And tell people how they can connect with you.
You can connect with me on Instagram at Dews Blossom. You can also reach out to me on my personal Facebook, Kristle, KRISTLEBJ.
Yes, I love that. And so I've been doing a thing where I have all of the business owners tell the world, because we're all about manifestation and we're all about speaking into existence and we're all about all those good things, right? So tell the world what it is that you want, right? What is it that you want in business? What is it that you want in life? What is it that you want? Definitely got to say something in business, and don't come in here and be vague, like, oh, I think I just want. What do you want? Go ahead. Who wants to go first? Nobody? I got to call on somebody because I do that too. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Helynn.
What do I want? Well, I want to continue to connect with wonderful, dynamic women as I've been connecting these past few months, like yourselves. So that's one thing. And I also want to connect with people that God has intended for me to have an impact on their life, as well as I know they will have an impact on mine, because that's how it's been going so far. So I just want to continue in that 360 conversation of abundance in all areas of my life.
Yes. You see what I said? I just say we're not doing vague. Like, did I just say? I just said we're not doing vague. Listen, you better. How many
Was that
properties?
vague? Was that vague?
That is, girl, I want to meet people. That's vague. I'm kidding. I'm teasing. You gotta be more specific. Like I want to connect with 6 amazing women, and I want to do a collaboration of, I don't know, like that's specific. I want, because you can't, if you're not specific on what you want, then how you gonna get blessed with it?
Okay, so let's not go to 6. I want to meet with 50.
Okay.
Right? 50. I want to. Okay, let's now we're talking.
Listen. Now we got started. I love this.
Now we got it. Now we got
what you want.
Okay, so let's just put out. So I want to help 50 families transition out of their space, right, into their next. I want to also help. Let's say I want to help 25 people transition into a new business.
Yes, you see what I'm saying? Look at that.
Okay. There we go. Now it's out there.
Now we give that to you. I don't know. You want to meet people. I don't know who you want to meet. What if I give you homeless people? Like what?
No.
You gotta be very specific. I
want to put them into homes. Okay, let's
look, government contracting. You're getting people that listen. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kristle. What's next for you? What do you want?
I want to prosper. I want the wreaths from Dew's Blossom Garden to be featured not just in people's homes and on their walls and doors, but also further out in hotels, businesses across the world, so people can see the true meaning behind the art of this wreath and understand the story that it tells. I want to take my book project nationwide. I want to share my story with people and let them know how I've overcome and how I can encourage them. They can do the same thing. They don't have to fall into depression or stress and just fall back. There is hope. It's a gift inside of every individual on this earth. They just got to find it. They just got to get it. And then they got to prosper it and allow it to manifest into reality. I want everything that I prayed for, that I wrote down, to manifest into reality. I can't tell you what I wrote.
It's
that's
all right.
For our eyes to see. But it's a new thing. But that's what I want in life. That's what I want. And I want it to start this year.
It is. Okay, it's starting tomorrow.
Amen. Amen.
And listen, I don't know if you want like mass distribution, but I speak all of that over you. How whatever amount of money you want to make on your wreaths, all of that, or whatever you wrote down. Yes, it's all yours. Listen. Big. I can't wait to see you on tour. And Barnes and Noble's like, here, buy a wreath and get a book. I'm just saying, like, let's
make it Chanel, because I'm dragging you with me. Helynn and Noreen, all of y'all coming with me. Yes, ma'am. I'm claiming it.
Yes. Go ahead, Noreen. What do you want?
First, I had to just say there is always hope. There is always hope. I have my mug. There is always hope. And actually, I'm changing it to there is always faith. Right? There's hope, because hope is okay. Imagining things that's going to happen, but no, we want this faith now to step out and do and believe for the things. So with that being said, I want the Victorious Living culture to impact 1 billion lives worldwide to know that victorious living is possible, so that their lives are transformed, because once one person is transformed, it trickles. So that's what I want, is to, because it's so fulfilling for me to see lives transformed, because I was once there, right? I was once living that defeated life. So that's my biggest thing, one of my biggest things.
And yeah, so that was cute. We want billions of people, absolutely. How?
How?
Yes.
How do I want it?
How? Yes, ma'am.
How do I want it? You meaning like, how am I going to do it?
That whole part. Like, I want to do workshops. Go ahead.
I have my books. I have my coaching. I have my online academy. I have my conferences. I have so many things. So there's so many ways for the billion to be impacted. Victorious living.
And how many workshops? How many people you want to come to your workshop?
Well, now I'm satisfied with 100 people coming to the workshop.
Listen, all of that. We want all of that. 100 people coming to the workshop.
And
We want thousands coming to your conferences. We want books being sold. How many books a day you want to sell? How many books? Just say
how many books? 500 a month.
Listen, there you go. Listen, and there you go.
500 a month.
Yes.
And then it's going to increase and increase and increase and increase.
Absolutely. Listen, when you get real specific on what you want, you just listen. It might not be tomorrow. It might be 5 years down the line.
Right.
Who knows? But as long as you're just in heavy action every single day to attain that goal, and this could be, as I said, one simple step. Like I used to love making everything Mount Everest, child, when it should have been a speed bump. Right. But then once I sat back and understood what my Mount Everest was, what I wanted to build, what I wanted to see, what the vision was, I sat back and I said, okay, well, what's one intentional thing that I can do today to get me to the top of Mount Everest, right? How many hours per day am I willing to work on it? You want to do at least a minimum of 3 hyper-focused hours per day. So that's the way that you can be the most productive, right? Listen, because sometimes I'll be like, maybe like 14 hours and all I did was scroll on Instagram. Don't tell nobody. I don't got a boss, so I can't get written up. I'm just kidding. But no, for real, like sometimes you debilitate yourself. And so just doing one intentional step every day, being very specific about what it is that you want and how you want it and what you want it to look like and all those pieces, and it'll happen for you. I promise you. And I literally had somebody that I interviewed in 2020. He's actually on this book as well. He's my lovely photographer. He is one of my favorite people. He's been my photographer for the past 4-5 years. Every picture that you see is by him or somebody on his team, period. Like that's it. And we had a conversation of what he wanted. And I said, you need to be very clear on what it is that you want. Because over here, everything you say that you want, you get. And literally, he wanted to resign from his job. I said, okay, when do you want to resign from your job? He said by the end of next year. I'm like, that doesn't work. So we're going to say the end of Q4 and we're going to be nice and say December Q4, just to give you some more time. He resigned, I think in like August or something like that. He wanted to have a team of photographers. He has like 6 or 7 photographers under his belt. He wanted to do workshops and teaching other people. I was one of the models for one of his workshops. He wanted to have his own studio. He literally has his own studio right now. See what I'm saying? So when you're very specific on what you want and you're very clear on your vision and what you see for yourself, and you just be dedicated to your goal, dedicated to your dream, it will happen for you. I promise you it will. I promise you. I became a GM in record time. There were people that don't look like me that were like, how the heck did you get here so fast? Okay. And they were upset. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. It's just the greatness within me. And when I want something, I'm going to get it, period. Right. And so that's the drive that you have to have. And I promise you will succeed. And again, I appreciate all of you. Go ahead and tell the people how they can connect with you one more time. And if you have anything that you want to promote, please go ahead and do so. I don't care. Like, tell the people everything, how they can connect with you, what you're selling, what they could buy, all of that. Like, listen, how they could work with you. Go ahead. This is your time. Go ahead. Tell the people who wants to go first.
Well, you can connect with me again at Dudes Blossom on Instagram or at Kristle BJ on Facebook. Come get your customized wreath. It is a piece of art that has a whole lot to tell, and it can encourage you to get through life as well. I'm just sharing the joy of my mother, of how she lived. And don't forget the upcoming book project. It's on the way. It's in the making. Look out for it. Hope to see you all guys soon.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead, Helynn. I'm just going to go in circle.
Okay. Well, I just want to connect with you. I'm looking forward to connecting. I want to transform lives. I want to impact as many people as I can. But also connect with me on Homes by Helynn on Instagram or on my website, HelynBoughner.com, and check out my new book, Your Voice Matters.
Yeah.
And also Employee to Empire.
Yes. Wait, hold on. So tell the people. Tell the people.
Back up.
You in your international real estate consulting position, and she didn't mention this part either. Because listen, I love my ladies, but we always will be like, oh, we don't do nothing too crazy. We just, we cute and that's it. So go ahead, tell the people about your corporate training that you do, and tell the people about your real estate consultant and how you help people. Because look, you never know, your next real estate client might be listening to this episode as we speak, or your next corporate opportunity might be here. So go ahead, tell the people.
Okay, so we have a wonderful opportunity that the pandemic has given us, right? You don't have to be stuck in the space that you're in. You can move anywhere around the world. I can help you to get there because I have a global team around the world. If you wherever you want to move, just give me a call and we will get you relocated. So that's the first thing. As far as transitioning out of your work, you've heard me say, I know what it's like to be stuck in a place you don't belong. So if you need that consultation to help you get to your next, I'm looking forward to having that 30-minute consultation with you so we can see what that looks like for you and get you into your next career opportunity.
What I told you. What I told you. Talking about global. I love it. I love it. I love it. Go ahead, Noreen. Tell the people what you have going on.
Let me say how to reach me first. So you can reach me on my website, noreennhenry.com, and there's an extra N in the middle. And on social media, Instagram, Victorious Noreen, Facebook, Noreen N. Henry, YouTube. In fact, just put my name in the search engine and
she said she's Googleable. She said, listen,
I will pop up.
she said, don't even worry about all of that. Just go to Google and put my name. Okay, that's energy. Go ahead, continue.
And make sure to put the extra N in the middle.
Are you Googleable? Oh, okay, continue. Go ahead.
Make sure to put the extra N in the middle so I'm the only Noreen Henry that pops up, because there's other Noreen Henrys that are a different shade. So use my middle initial.
Shade. I cannot.
So that's how you can reach me. So I have a whole bunch of stuff going on. We had, like I said earlier, the workshop, the Victorious Living Workshop, and that's coming up on Saturday, February 5th at 12 p.m. Go to Eventbrite, put my name in, Noreen N. Henry, and I will pop up and you can register. And register quickly while we have the special going on. And we have projects coming up. The Stuck Is Not Your Story series, the book collaboration, and all the programs, the Overcomer course, my startyourvictoriouslife.com is my online academy. You can go on there and get free resources or take the courses, because we are all to live victoriously. That's my mandate. Everybody to live victoriously. It's possible. We just have to do something.
I love it. See what I told you? Modest. Oh, I'm just Helynn. Just here. Doing my little thing and my cute jacket. That jacket is very cute, by the way. I'm just saying. Oh, I'm just Kristle. I'm just, I'm making reefs. I'm just Noreen. I have a workshop. Listen. I told you, the people that I surround myself with are extraordinary. Okay. Do you hear the dedication that Kristle has? Do you see the glow? She tried to be cute. Oh, I just do real estate. Global team. Okay. We global over here. Okay. I'm just saying. Gosh, I love it. 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 One question before we go. Oh my gosh, I didn't ask this. Yesterday I had the last episode I had all Black women. And I just wanted to know, what is your experience in being a Black woman? Like, how do you feel? Like, somebody was like, I finally feel great because I can wear my natural hair. I said, child, the only person that has seen my natural hair is a mirror, child. Because let me tell you something. Like, I tried it. I really tried. I really did. Like, I listened to the tutorial videos and I was like, they're mad cute and they look great. Mine did not come out like that. So whoever made that video lied to me, okay? Because I spent hours, okay? She stayed up until 2:30, 3:30 doing a reef. I stayed up to 2:30, 3:30 trying to put Bantu knots and conditioner in my hair to do an overnight special, and it did not come out like that, okay? So I'm done with these tutorials, okay? That's all I gotta say. But go ahead. I give you 30 seconds. I give you 30 seconds to say your experience as a Black woman in business. How does it feel? And then we're gonna wrap this up. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Who wants to go first? All right, I'll go while y'all finish laughing. I feel I feel free in being a Black woman in business. I feel, and from going from a corporate space into running my own operation, the environment just feels so free because I have the control of it, right? Like when you're in corporate spaces, you're kind of forced to deal with people, the other people, and they don't understand boundaries or respect. Being called Shanae and Keisha and every name but my name is not fun to be marginalized and disrespected. And because I'm a Black woman, it's just not fun, right? And so now that I have the power to create my own environment, the power to do as I please, the power to just be me and be within my dreams and be within my vision, and it just feels so freeing to be able to to have the choice. Because a lot of times you as being Black, you feel like you don't have a choice. You feel like you have to fight for everything, and everything is a challenge, and everything. Like seeing social media is traumatic. Like it's like, what is the point? To be very honest, it can really be borderline depressing. And so in being a Black woman in business, first of all, the resources that we have and the opportunities that we have now is out of this world. I don't have to fight for somebody to give me some promotion or fight for somebody to give me some dollars. Like, it's like, today I want to make this and just go and figure out how I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Or finding the resources or making the connections. It feels phenomenal to be a Black woman in business, to be very honest, and to be free from, no shade to anybody else that's still there, but to be free from the corporate world, to be very honest. Oh Lord, because child, that was traumatizing. I had to go to therapy. As a matter of fact, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to continue. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I look forward to that freeing because I'm currently I'm employed at the moment.
Yeah.
But as I'm working on my business and building it while I'm working at the same time, I'm still free in a sense because that's all mine. Nobody can tell me what to do. I got nobody to answer to. So from that aspect of it, yes. But I look forward to be totally free in the near future. It's not too much longer. And because my goal has always been there's certain goals that I have that I want to reach before I leave the corporate world. And it's not only that, it's just the leading of the Lord. When he tells me, okay, time, go.
Right.
Go. And so that's really bottom line what it is.
Absolutely. But even though that you still are in corporate, and there are still a lot of people that are in the dual, right? They have the duality of having a job but also running their business. What is the difference in the experiences that you have, right? Like my corporate experience, I'm not even trying to badmouth it, to be very honest. I had a blast. I met amazing people. I traveled. I had lived a really great life from my corporate experience. But there were some downsides to it as well, right? And Lord, the downsides I had, like I said, I had to,
because I can say one thing, and it happened right before the shutdown. Is this almost 2 years now, where I'm not, because they look at other people before they look at me, right? And then I would hear the things, not go looking for it, hear it, so I know that it's the Lord showing me, right? So they're doing things behind your back because of who you are, and then other people are getting better opportunities because of who they are. So it's freeing to not have to deal with that when you have your own business. And there's so many positives to it. You're not held back because it's up to you. You can go as far as you want to go.
Well, shout out to the people that are still in corporate. Like, listen, if you have a 9-to-5, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like on social media, they be like, "Oh, you have a 9-to-5, you did it, you're not living your dream." Listen, some people's dream, like that's success to them. That's what they want. If that's what it is, that is for you, go ahead. Like, we need the lawyers, we need the doctors, we still need all of you to function. Like, I need you to give me, like, whatever it is that you do, wherever I go, like this. You are an employee, and eventually I want to have employees too. So there's nothing wrong with with working a 9 to 5, right? But sometimes if you're led to do something different, take the risk and bet on yourself. You know what I mean? And if you are continuing to work for somebody, take that and invest in whatever your dream is. I don't care if you want to be a skateboarder, whatever it is, you want to do backflips off the side of the George, but I don't care what it is. Just make sure that you're living your life to the fullest and living your dreams. And that's what I got to say. Go ahead, Helynn.
I'm just trying to be serious after that whole conversation. I'm like, put it together. But I just feel free to be unapologetically me, to just be my authentic self. I mean, it took me a long time to get to this place where I could just be, this is me. This is who I am, you know, take it, leave it. I'm not morphing myself into anybody else. This is me, you know, and I just feel like that's going to attract who needs to be with me at that point, and I'm not trying to do anything else. So
I love that. Go ahead, Kristle.
Actually, to piggyback from what Helynn said, to be free and unapologetic. I'm not going to live my future apologizing for who I am, where I come from. I'm not going to change myself for nobody. If I change anything, it's going to be the jacket or the shoes that I put on my feet or something. But other than that, I'm going to be me. I have changed, but to continue to change, to improve, or to make somebody else proud, no, I'm going to live. God created me to be a businesswoman now. God created me to go through the storms to see if I could survive, go through the fires and come out without being burned. I'm not going to apologize for where I came from. And I'm not going to apologize for the stories that I tell and how I tell it. You got to live with it. If you want to get somewhere, if you want to know something, you got to read the truth. So that's me being free, being me.
Yes, listen. Wherever your journey is, wherever you are in your journey, we said a lot today. One, like the social media world, like they will have you feeling like you are losing and you're winning. So always be in competition with yourself, you versus you, every time. Be unapologetic about what you want and who you are. As long as you're not traumatizing somebody else, child. It's like sometimes, like, we're not gonna get to that's a whole nother episode. You know, yes, be unapologetically you, but just don't, you know, and just be happy, be free, whatever that looks like for you. If you want to run up and down the beach with no clothes on, do that. Just don't do it in front of me, Jack. I don't want to see that. But just do whatever makes you happy. Like that's the life that you have to live. Do what makes you happy. Be in joy, be in peace. I send you abundance. I send you wealth. I send you legacy. I send you whatever it is that you want for your life. Go and do it. Take the risk. Bet on yourself because you will always win. And I appreciate all of you for coming on here and sharing your story and for your transparency and being a part of this project. And like, I don't like to market. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm marketing things all the time. Like, I like to just have conversations. So I appreciate you guys, honestly, for answering the questions, being open and being a part of this project and the contribution that you made to it. For sure, I'm working with all of y'all in some capacity. And I think that you are all phenomenal. And that is why. And I'm very, very, very mindful of the people that I have connected to me. And so, like I said, if you're on this project, it's because I know that you're extraordinary. And I wanted the world to know that you're extraordinary too. Okay, so be honored. And if you're not on any of my projects, I'm not trying to say that you're not extraordinary. You just got to apply because, like, not everybody can come with me. You got to apply to be extraordinary with the Maximum Evolution family. I'm just saying. But I appreciate everyone that has tuned in. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support. If you not have gotten your copy of Employee to Empire, make sure you go do that now. And I'm gonna listen. Go ahead and I'm gonna hit you with this trailer one more time because I'm gonna make sure I get my money's worth. Enjoy. people, I hope you enjoyed watching this episode as I enjoyed creating it, and I hope you enjoyed all the lovely, amazing, beautiful women that I had on this platform this evening. And I hope to see you guys soon. As I told you, I'm back like I never left, and I'm not gonna stop coming back. So make sure you just love seeing this face. Make sure you love just like, go to Instagram, follow me, go to Facebook, like, do all of the things, do all of the things, all the engagement, comment, everything. Just do all of those things. Buy the book, do whatever it is that you want to do to support me and my dreams. I appreciate you guys. And until next time, bye, beautiful people. Peace.